Have you ever had a wonderful celebration in your life, but yet you forgot one of the most important things that you needed to do, bringing a photographer for the event? Photos, the power of time immortalized. Now, there's a funny story I want to tell you, but I'd like for you to sit around because with our guest on today's edition of Spotlight with Gwendy, we're going to be talking all about the power of a photograph and how it has the possibility of saving up that time, immortalizing a wonderful moment in time. Welcome to today's edition of Spotlight with Gwendy. On this show, we talk to people, personalities, and professionals whose stories and experiences can inspire and empower the community. You are so welcome today. And if you love photos and everything about photography, I'd like for you to stick around, especially because by the end of today, there's going to be some cool prizes for you to win. And if you are in the United States, oh my gosh, a chance for you to win a free photo shoot session from wherever you are. So you don't want to miss out on today's edition. We're going to be meeting our guest, multiple award-winning image hunter, Mr. Cyril Fonjong, the CEO of MrC Images, right after the break. Don't you go anywhere. Hello, welcome to Spotlight with Gwendy. How you doing?
I'm feeling great, good, awesome, and extraordinary. I'm happy.
Happy belated birthday. Couple of months away, but
Yes, July.
it's in actuality. Come on now, you just had a
What's
birthday
in the, I mean,
2 months away,
2
2 months ago.
Yeah.
But happy birthday. How does 30 feel?
30 is a I dream of 30, and today I'm in the 30 zone, and I'm
Big
seeing
3-0.
big 30. And it's not been easy, it's been challenging, and the challenges that I'll wait to in 30 explain to you so much.
What do you mean by challenges at 30?
Uh,
Like what happens? Like you have bricks falling on your head or what?
Not really breaks, but the challenges of think about family, how to settle down.
It is asking you
your
to get married.
dreams.
Oh my gosh.
Most especially, I'm a single dad. I mean, with a 7 years old son. I need that guy to
That
have
little
mother.
boy is so cute.
Like,
You lost. Really? You lost the game here. Because this little guy, he has the smile of a lifetime. And that's the kind of smile that when you capture in a photograph, people can see it forever, for ages. A lot of images that we've been able to see of our ancestors, of history, were made possible because somebody took a photograph of those people, immortalized that moment. We were able to see exactly what was happening in that moment in history. We're able to paint a story of what was going on at that time because somebody took a photograph. You started photography so many years ago in Cameroon. What inspired you to become a photographer?
I would say photography in Cameroon. I had the passion of photography, and what really motivated me was my father was a photographer.
Okay.
My dad. And I remember once when I went into his room, one of his old bags, I found a Yashica camera. This camera that he put film inside.
Yeah.
I saw things in there. I'm like, oh, I mean, so my partner a photographer. Then again, I saw pictures of him in front of Kodak office in Douala.
Wow.
Bamenda. I'm like, then I saw we have 3 albums in the house.
Of
Picture,
photos.
photos. I mean, I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
So I started having that passion for photography.
So what happened is you had no idea that your dad was a photographer?
No, until I found the camera.
Okay, so at what age was that?
That was at the age of it was 15. Yeah, 15, 14. I believe it was primary school.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that was when your passion for photography got developed.
Yes.
What was it that really triggered you to want to do photography? Was it because, oh, my dad was a photographer, so okay, I guess I'm gonna be a photographer, or what was it?
All right. At that moment, I was just like, I love pictures, and I love pictures. Nothing really passionate about it growing me, but when I grew up, when I was in Form 5, when I was in Form 5, and Form 5, yeah, I started seeing something different in photography because I began looking for my pictures when I was a baby, right?
Okay.
I couldn't find it. I'm like, all right, this could be something great because it immortalizes things for people. I mean, I thought I was a photographer, but when I was in Form 5 in just possible, I couldn't find myself, a picture of myself when I was a baby. So I'm like, can we get into something? Because people look at it and like, it's just pictures, just pictures. But trust me, this thing, it lives forever.
It's got a power. That's how we're able to tell history.
Yeah.
If we never saw, for those of you who come from Cameroon, you never saw a picture of John Fonjong. You would never know how he looks like.
Yeah.
We would never know what he looked like. If you never saw a picture of Martin Luther King, you would never ever know what he looked like. But because somebody took that photograph, there was a power to immortalize that person in that moment of time that today we're able to see, and people are able to tell the story and hear the story of the amazing things that he did. And so when you started photography, did you actually start photography at that age, 14? Or did it take some time for you to really get into it?
14, no. Well, like an inception period.
Like, it just like something happened. Like,
happened. And after I began having love for this digital camera. You know, this small cameras in Cameroon.
Yeah.
I was looking for it. I bought some. Going up. Then I found out on my own camera when I was about 22, a Nikon 5300. Yes.
Wow.
That's what I've seen in the Nikon era. You see all my cameras are Nikon.
Yeah.
Nikon.
So you've gotten used to it.
No, Canon is good, Sony is good, Fujifilm is good.
But you're just a Nikon guy.
No, I'm a Nikon guy.
So does that say something about this guy? Do you guys like kind of catch something about him? Like, are you a faithful kind of guy? Because staying with Nikon for all those years, since 14 or about 20?
About 20.
About 20 to now 30, you're still with Nikon. So you could actually be a very faithful guy in relationship.
Guy said Sony is the best camera, Canon is the best camera, but
for you,
for me, I love
Nikon is the best.
Nikon is the main guy. No.
So are you accepting the fact that you are a faithful guy?
I am a faithful guy.
Because you stick around with the same thing for pretty long.
I'm a faithful guy, but the moment you breach the car.
What do you mean by
No. The moment you step out, no, I'm out.
What do you mean by the moment you step out? Like the moment somebody breaks your heart?
My heart,
like those what?
Breaks my heart.
What can break?
Do things that are not important in a relationship.
Like what?
The red light things. Also. You know those things.
I don't know. I'm not a guy. I don't know those red light things.
For example, being a cheat, there's a whole lot of
nagging.
Nagging. No, not really nagging.
Nagging is not too bad.
Nagging is not bad.
It's actually good spice.
It's good spice. Yeah, it makes the relationship a little bit
stimulated.
The bubbles more. So that's part of it. So, but when it comes to, cheating, no respecting you, your family. Now, again, my son, I have an 8-year son. I don't respect me, my son. What's what thing? There's a lot of things that plays around it. So I cannot compromise of anything. And one of the main things now for Cyril Fonjong, MrC Images is called. They call me crazy. Like, seriously crazy. My spiritual life, I don't joke with that.
God is everything. For me as well, it matters to me to have that God factor and to have somebody beside me that believes in God, because I really need that stability in my life, right? So we'll definitely be talking about all of that, Mr. C's, social Ndolo life, in quotes. And hopefully by the end of today, if you're participating live, and keep those comments coming, I see all your amazing comments, guys. You are amazing. Thank you for stopping by. If you're watching on Facebook and this is your first time watching us, please do make sure that you follow our page on Facebook, on Instagram, and if you're not following us on YouTube, Gwendy Media TV, please hop over there on YouTube, follow us, subscribe, turn on that notification. Every single week, we bring you amazing interviews of people, personalities, and professionals from all around the world whose stories and experiences can inspire and empower the community. So, Mr. C, coming back to you, you started an organization so young in your life. You started helping your community out, doing all kinds of humanitarian works. You had nothing for yourself, but you opened up your heart and you gave out so much. What was it that inspired you to go out there and be there for those who did not have, even though you didn't have yourself?
All right, let me say one funny story about my humanitarian activities that people don't know. There's a day that I had a program to go out to do an outreach with the orphans. So I bought things, books and pens.
Before you even get to that outreach part, but how was it
Yeah,
born?
no,
Like,
let me say.
is that where it comes from?
No,
Okay.
no, it's just like a small spice into where I.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Like most were like seriously, okay. When I bought those books, I kept in the house. My mom said, "Siri, I beg one pen on the." She wanted to give it to my kids to go to school. I said, "No, this stuff are for the less privileged.
Wow.
Not for anybody in this house." You know, like just 1%. Like coming back to my activity, I love that story. I mean, it's always in my heart.
Like you knew what's meant.
Yeah, I thought no.
Nothing could move that.
Pen, if the pen is 50 francs, I will not give you the pen. I'm sorry
I
about
better
it.
buy
Yeah,
you.
better buy pen. Yeah, the pen.
Not from this part.
Yeah, not from this part. All right, now what about giving back to my community? I remember one day in Buunji village, Patibo. I will not forget about that incident.
Maybe you should say hello to them at some
Yeah,
point.
Buunji, I think very much. I mean, that is where my first girlfriend came from. She's married.
You didn't talk on Chitoko. Yeah, people.
Look at each other. I mean, we're one chan, we're one of shake. So I was in Buunji village. My aunt got married there, so I went there one afternoon. I was there from 3, and I saw a young girl living from the palace. I will not forget that incident. Living from the palace area from Buunji, no, trying to cross the road to go to school, and she was moving barefooted.
Oh God!
And she was crying.
Wow.
I asked, "Why no way I should go?" So say you shouldn't cut. I'm not going to buy shoes.
Slippers got cut.
It's not cut, and you're not going to buy slippers. That was the day that I was touched. I was like,
it broke your heart. Like, oh God.
I mean, that day I was on Buunji. I'm like, so if you're gonna get pass go school, it goes to like
350,
250.
350 francs. That's about how many dollars? I'm not sure. Exactly.
Not to $1. Not to $1.
It's not even up to $1.
Yes, not to $1. So I'm like, wow.
That is why we need to open our hearts and love and share.
Then I was back there, I have pass, I have keto. You know, keto. I can put on my keto and other things. I'm like, Cyril, you got to do something. From there, I started having that heart of giving back, and it grew up with me. When I went to the University of Yaoundé 1, I came back. I saw people going through a whole lot. I never had anything. Trust me, I was giving my all, my best. I mean, anything I had, I share with the people, and by the grace of God, you know, when you do something from the bottom of your heart, I do it. Like I have most friends who told me that story. I do all this thing in Cameroon. You want to get popularity. That when you get to we get to America, you forget about it. I told you that it comes from my heart. Nobody. When God says go do it, I do it. I don't care if I have money or not. But I believe that God always finds a way and places me in the midst of people that will carry the dream ahead. That's something that it will not end today. It will not end in the next 5 or 10 years till I give my last breath on planet Earth. I will not stop. That's coming out. That is coming out of God.
And do you want to tell us a little bit about this organization that you started at this time? Was it? I know you did the Mogama online, but what exactly did you create at that time?
All right.
What was that outreach initiative that you created?
At that time, working on GR Foundation, giving hope to our foundation, and our main purpose back home was empowering student leaders on our leadership skills, move around schools in Batibo, subdivision, and within, teaching school prefects on how to manage students correctly, because we believe that if the school prefects can be better leaders, the students that are being placed under the mandate will be better people, and it's like an impact of 1, impact of 20 or 100. So that was how the plan worked. Back then, I had partners like Acheleke Christian, who's one of the boss in Cameroon. People like Joybet. Yeah, somebody like Momo Betran who works now with
Javli Joybet just had his PhD. He's now Dr. Javli Joybet. So high five, shout out to you, and not cutting you short, but I just remembered that Biggie 237 took place yesterday, and the winner was crowned Fish Goffman. Okay, so maybe after you talk about this, I would like for you to maybe who's your favorite artist? Maybe can you sing any of Fish songs at some point?
I can do that. All right. I will go like Momo Betran, who works now with the UN in Italy.
That's amazing.
And a whole lot of other Zonda Fonse, Mogop Helen, Roland Quemen, a whole lot of other Cameroonian who are into community empowerment. So those people inspire me. Then a part of empowering student leaders, I've also worked with empowering the let's really like the orphans and single mothers. So right now I structure everything. So I'm working now with strictly less privileged and single mother when it comes to my community activism. And now when it comes to Mogama TV online, it's like the spirit of talking. I've been missing marginalizing club days in Cameroon, and I've been doing that and trying to work on something in that domain. By the grace of God, it's been going, and having somebody like you in the house, trust me. I remember the days of CRTV, Monday show.
And you know the crazy thing about Cyril? Cyril was this guy that would always write to me on Facebook. That was back in the days when I still work on the national television of Cameroon as an on-TV hostess. Cyril would say hello to me. He would congratulate me for the show. He would give me compliments. He would ask me advice on stuff like I knew Cyril without meeting Cyril. That's the power of social media. And so it's so important, to really recognize. That was why I was able to take the road and drive down 2 hours, 30 minutes to Cyril, because I wanted to give him that opportunity, give him that honor, because he has always honored me as a big sister in the profession. So I'd like to say hello to a couple of people. Let us know where you're watching from. Are you enjoying the show today? Remember, guys, just for participating live and for putting in some really tangible questions for MrC Images. What do you want to know about him? What do you want to know about his career? What do you want to know about photography? You get to win some cool prizes, guys. You all know what it is. On this channel, we love to reward you guys for the work that you're doing. So do me a favor right now, tag 10 people, share this video to at least 20 different groups and platforms where you belong to, and then hop over to the YouTube page and comment there as well. Do hashtag MrC Images so that we know that you were live on the show for a chance to win. Yay! Right. So we're gonna take a little musical break right now, and I want us to pay tribute to Fish, just because Fish won Biggie 237. So kudos to the team of Biggie Studios for doing this amazing work. So I'm gonna ask our technical team to please play a little excerpt of Fish from any platform, maybe YouTube or something, so that we can maybe I'm gonna ask, what's his name again? I forgot.
Collins.
Collins, please, can you just go to a platform and play Fish and Jaw? You like Jaw, right? You're gonna be singing in the background because he told me that he loves Fish and Jaw. I love it too. I actually did a video where I was dancing to that song by Fish and Jaw. And somebody stole that video from me and sent it to Fish. And the next morning I woke up to Fish posting that video on his page. So let's celebrate. Yay! Fish was the winner of
Biggie 237.
Congratulations, Fish. Listen, guys. Are you not singing?
Spiritual healing.
We're gonna go to the studio.
Government. I'm the way they enjoy Jola, Mama, Jody Posh.
Jody Posh.
That's all I love about the song. Jody Posh. Work hard. Work hard.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Thank you. So we just wanted to play that little excerpt to celebrate with the winner of Biggie 237, who was announced today. And we're not saying every other person who was in the finals, you're all winners. Congratulations to Noni White. Congratulations to Clement Tall.
Congratulations to my candidate.
Your candidate, who was your candidate? Joe Denefon. Congratulations to all of you for reaching the finals. That was really, really amazing. We are so proud of you and all what you've been doing. Congratulations to the Biggie 237 team. So that was just a little detour. Yeah. And now back to the show. So welcome back to Spotlight with Gwendy. We're going to play a little jingle of how you can promote yourself right here on Gwendy Media. And when we come back, there's going to be more on Spotlight with Gwendy. Don't you go anywhere.
Good.
the back. La vie a des hauts et des hauts et des bas. La vie a des hauts et des bas. C'est nous qui souffrons, on n'abandonne pas. Des hauts et des bas, et 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 des hauts et des bas. Bemoune balonge, besokele mbaye ne pasiye. Bemoune balonge, be bamba ne mbaye. Bemoune balonge, besokele mbaye ne pasiye. Ayo.
Hey, welcome back to Spotlight with Gwendy, guys. This is a show where we talk to people, personalities, and professionals from all around the world whose stories and experiences inspire and empower you to be better. So today, our guest is multiple award-winning Cameroonian photographer, image hunter, call him that way. He is somebody who believed in photography, discovered his dad was a photographer at the age of 14. That passion grew up. By the age 20, he decided to take up this field, this profession of photography. And today, he is a multiple award-winning photographer. This is the power of passion. So, Mr. C, from that moment at age 20, when you bought your very first camera, when did this profession become professional? When did it become official? When did you become an official photographer? I've seen some of your pictures that you took. The man, you get some interesting position there, man. Where you stand there and take picture there.
All right. I will say that it becomes official. Like, let me say, I'll call myself, right? That I can stand on any platform and say, Siri, Mr. C is a professional photographer that can stand the test of time any moment. Anyway, was this year, 2021.
Okay.
I can say, Cyril Fonjong, MrC Images. I am a professional photographer with, I'm not a professional photographer, but I'm certified.
Yeah.
I've taken courses in photography, and right now it's okay. No, this guy, you can do it, and you can do it quite well. Whenever, however, trust me, it is just about passion, being that spirit, and working hard on it to be the best of it.
All right. So we're getting back into the topic of today's show. Photos with passion.
Yeah.
The power of time immortalized. What does that mean to you?
Photos with passion. The power of time immortalized. Most people, they get into photography because of money. They get into photography because they look at it as a lucrative job. They get into photography because they want to make name. People should know them out there. But believe me, I got into photography because I believe I have a role to play in the life of people. And another thing about my work as a photographer, I'm not just a photographer, but I believe that I was being called by God to serve that purpose. When I look back and see people celebrating their mom, their dad with no good images, believe me, when you pass away on planet Earth, the only thing that is left behind for us to remember you are your good deeds and your pictures. That's the only thing that's the only thing, your good deeds or your bad deeds and your pictures. And if you don't have those good memories, those beautiful moments, those great pictures, believe me, we have friends that they cannot find a very good picture of their dad or their mom or their brothers or their sisters. Why? Because they didn't take that advantage to get to immortalize them while they were alive. At the end, they're like, "We try any kind of thing. No, I mean, look at my phone. Some picture with it. Or arrange it. No. Most kids nowadays.
Start calling all the friends and. Did you have a picture with this person? Any type of picture that we can cut it out?
Yeah, arrange small. Then they get another thing. Babies. You know, when you are pregnant, when your baby is 1 year or 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you won't see the importance of the picture of the images now.
Those different moments.
You will not see it now. It will look like you're spending money for nothing. Trust me.
Yeah.
But after 5, 10, 20, 30 years, those images will worth millions to them.
Steps.
The first step. They need it. You need it. If you have images from day one, right up to now, you will buy it. If you are selling it for $1,000, you will buy it because what? It brings that. I mean that feeling.
You know something. Just you mentioning this has just like reminded me of something, and I know that I might sound like a broken record, but this feeling never leaves me. I lost my mom 2 years ago, and the crazy thing is, a couple of months before she died, she took pictures, screenshots of every single photo of me when I was a baby, and sent to me. I just woke up one morning to almost 50 photos of me when I was a little girl, the day I was born in the hospital, all those things. She sent them to me. Like, I don't know if she had just a reflex that she wouldn't be there and that these pictures might get missing or something. She sent these pictures to me. I remember that day when I just woke up in the morning, I opened my WhatsApp. I had like 50 pictures in my phone from the day I was born to the day, till when I was maybe like secondary school. I saw even my class 7 graduation pictures where I was taking an award for the best student in something. I don't know. I don't remember. But I saw those pictures. I looked so funny in those pictures. And I was like, damn, look at how I look like. See the way my graduation hat was hanging. But it made me feel so happy and blessed to have those pictures, that moment in time immortalized, because I could reminisce it. I could go back to that moment and relieve the joy that I felt. And this is something that I really love to teach, especially my group of women, the global female entrepreneurs. There's something that I learned from my mentor, Tony Robbins, where he says a lot of times when you're trying to stay in a peak mode, you need to go back and reconnect to those moments of high passion, like a moment when you graduated, when you were so happy at your peak mode. Maybe a moment when something good happened to you. Maybe when you had your first job, that joy. When you're so low, go back, look into that moment, reconnect with that moment and pull it to you. Just imagine it's a rope.
Yeah.
Pull it to you, and then when it gets to you, say yes. Because when you say yes, it's a validation of what happens. That's the power of a moment that is immortalized, whether it's a picture or video.
Yeah.
So my mom did that for me, and it touched me. When she passed, I started looking at those pictures. It made more sense to me, and I was like, wow. It almost as if mom knew that she was going to
pass away. I mean, and she said she did that, and it's something that I'm working on right now. I'm working on something right now, which is very important. I'm sorry to say it, but let me say,
yeah.
What is going on in Cameroon, in our country? Most of our parents back in the English-speaking region, that's northwest and southwest, most of our parents don't have pictures. They don't have pictures, and most of us in the diaspora don't have good pictures of our parents, our aunties, our uncles back home. They don't have it. And that is the project I'm working on. I'm sharing it today because I'm here. 2022. That's the project. That's the project I'm launching. 1st of January 2022. And everybody I know in the diaspora, that I know you're my friend, you are going to sign a contract form with me, and my team by Cameroon will go back to your village, your community, and take good images of your family so it can be immortalized so that you have them. You guys, you look at it as
it's a huge project.
That is not. You look at it as it's not important. But believe me, it is very, very important. You know the importance of it now. You know about it now. No, you're like no. The next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years, you're like, whoa.
This is so important because the truth is, I left Cameroon almost 8 years ago, and the last pictures that I took with my mom while she was alive, they're not even that many. And the truth is, when she passed, and I'm sorry to use this as an example, but it's such a reminder that a picture can immortalize any moment in time. It keeps those memories alive, because when you look at those pictures, it reminds you of those good times. Even the bad times that you had, that is part of your journey. You never let go of those kind of moments, right? So I started looking in my phone, every picture that I took with my mom. I couldn't find enough pictures. I felt like I didn't have enough, because I always felt that there was enough time that I would go back and take pictures sometime. But that took me 8 years of not seeing her and not having any other current pictures to start realizing that, so all the time that we spent together, we were not taking pictures. all the things she was talking about. I never filmed her even singing, doing all the wonderful things.
Yeah,
that
we're
she
like, no,
did.
the time
There was
there are no, like my son. I have pictures of him from day one.
Yeah.
With me holding him
Oh.
from day one right up to day. Like he's one of the highest photograph kid of our community because I mean
He's so cute.
He is always there. And there's something that I mean it's part of the project.
Yeah.
That I will not unleash everything today. There's a whole lot that I'm working on. I mean, you know, I'm not doing photography because I want to say it was because I want to create that difference.
Yeah.
You know, it's what about entrepreneurship. You look at what other people are doing.
You model after those that have the success.
Yes, and
that you're looking for.
And you come in with what they are not doing, bridging the gap and making the difference.
Little tweak.
The tweak.
Yeah,
that's what
that's a good one.
So there's a whole lot of things about photography
Yeah.
that I'm bringing into the society and the community because I know that we need it.
Yes,
I would definitely need it.
We definitely need it. We're going to take a commercial break, but just reminding you that for participating today live, we're going to do a rebroadcast of the show because we were not supposed to come on at this time. It's a little late in Cameroon, but in the US, it's also almost about 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Yeah.
But just because you participate live and send in some tangible questions, you could stand a chance of winning some cool prizes. So if you join the live broadcast, do a hashtag live in the comment section. And if you catch the replay, do a hashtag part of the replay squad. And that would also count for you being a winner of our prize today. Welcome back, everybody. This is What That with Gwendy. On the show, we talk to people, personalities, and professionals whose stories and experiences can inspire and empower the community to be better. If this is your first time watching us, hey, you are so welcome. If you've never followed our page, make sure you follow and turn on that notification.
And if you watch right now,
share. We're
share.
talking about the power of photography and the passion that lies with it and how it can immortalize any moment in time. Our guest is MrC Images, Cyril Fonjong. He is the CEO and founder of MrC Images. We're right here in the studio in Maryland. That's why everything is looking so beautiful and nice. So, Mr. C,
nice,
you moved to the United States. When exactly did you move here?
All right. I've been in the United States for about 2 years, 7 months. You know,
less than 3 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
And this guy already has a house, a studio. He's doing extremely well for himself as a photographer. He has bagged awards for himself as a photographer. Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you, boss.
There are people that spend 5 years before they even know their whereabouts in this country. But you just came and you figured it out. How was it? How was it possible for you to do this?
I would give everything back to God.
What are you telling me? I know that God is the ultimate, but how? There are people that come here, they struggle, they frustrate. Nobody shows them any that before they even have a job, they struggle. So
I want to say something.
You got so established in a short time.
To most of my youth, right? I came to America. I live with my aunt, which I call her my mother. Mm-hmm. She's a reason why I'm. She's a reason why I'm here today in America. Okay. I always give credit to her, Mommy Delphine. She's my number one.
What, Mommy Delphine? Who? Give her credit, the real credit.
Mommy Delphine Darcy.
Mommy Delphine Darcy, we hail you.
Yeah, no.
We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you.
So I did HHA.
Okay.
You know, the number HHA will come. Most of us will do
Everybody
it.
does that.
Yeah. And December 2020, I got a call from God like, Cyril, concentrate
on your passion.
On your passion. I was like, Master, I'll get money for myself. I was like, where I have money to take care of myself, to pay all those. Like, the voice came in Cyril, concentrate on photography. I was doing, you see, when I'm doing photography at HHA, but I wasn't see anything coming.
Right.
I was in the two. I wasn't see anything coming, and where I was living was more. It was like a little bit low. I was doing 2 jobs, like photography part time, almost meant part time.
It was training.
It was training, and I wasn't having that time for myself. But January 2021, I moved to this new location. I stopped HHA. I concentrated only on photography.
You perfected your craft.
Everything my craft, and I look at those potholes, those places that were too good, and
you brought in the light in those dark spots that you discovered.
Yeah. And today, I'm not proud. I'm not boasting, but I can proudly say that among the photographers in DMV, and anything you need from me, since 2021, none of my clients, none of my clients have come to me and go back saying that Cyril images are bad, except something different, right? Like
they are always satisfied.
And today, I had a client, like I have a couple of clients I'm shooting, like my stable client, like I'm shooting them since a period of me not being a professional that I am today.
They've sticked with
They stick with me today, and I've seen the progress. There was one wedding that I did a wedding, Baby Minaj.
Okay. And, that wedding broke.
Yeah.
That wedding broke the internet.
That was the wedding everybody like, let me see if Cyril is going to give what. Baby Minaj she's a celebrity among
makeup artists.
I mean,
my gosh.
She's one of the biggest in the community in the DMV zone. She has popularity.
She does hair as well.
Hair as well. So now that way.
And her husband is one of the best DJs in this entire area.
So now.
Wow. Congrats on that.
I never knew she was going to call me for that wedding. Trust me.
Wow.
And you're going to call my other big brothers in the game. I respect them. Trust me. I respect people like Semo.
You just didn't think that.
Yeah, I respect people like Collins Oloko, like Busy Brain. I respect you a whole lot because Bank Photography. I respect you because you are the boss. Should I never pass you? I learn from them. Yeah. I respect them. That's what about me.
Respect is important in life. You can't burn your bridges.
Semo, Busy Brain, Oloko Collins, Bangu, Mbafoto. That's why I respect them.
Thank you for giving them that shout out. Shout out to you guys for immortalizing beautiful moments for people in the DMV community and beyond. Because Samo goes all the way to Mexico and South Africa and other places.
He's like Cameroon.
Shout out to you guys.
I respect all of you. Trust me. But there's something that I found out. Look at your nature, work on it. So when baby just call me for the wedding, I was like, oh.
Was that like your breakthrough moment? Like one of your breakthrough moments?
One of my breakthrough moments, trust me. When I shot, you spoke with the client. Yeah. And you gave her a quote. She didn't say a word. She said, okay, then I'll see the next day. The next day she called me and paid all of her money in full. That is putting you now. In full. In full.
That's about how much?
Yeah, no matter. We'll talk after that.
I was just trying to understand now. If I'm able to afford your services, maybe if somebody the money plenty.
Okay, like
that's why I'm saying that you're watching this show today and you're single, and you're in Cameroon and you're a good girl. Better watch well,
Flavor said,
connect. Blessings are here.
Flavor said,
this guy is single.
Better soup na money
maker.
So I was put to that.
Better soup na money maker.
I was put to that tax.
I beg share this video. And share with all your single friends and sisters who are women who need a good potential husband to be where they in the United States.
And at the end, it was 100% confirmed by Minaj and the husband and the way. Okay, see,
those pictures blew up. That was a wedding.
Yes, I mean, like
that was a wedding of 2021. No wedding has covered that one. That was the African wedding of 2021 in the DMV. No questions asked. And I'm sorry if some people had their weddings that did not really shine like that. But this is it. This particular wedding, Bibi Minaj and DJ Black Rosso.
Yeah. Was something else.
Bobe.
And thank you.
I know you guys.
Thank you, Minaj.
Bibi Minaj and your husband, you guys still have my invitation to be my guest, and I'm still waiting for a confirmation, a yes or a no.
Right.
And today is over the internet.
No.
Thousands of people.
No, don't worry. I'll personally follow that.
So
personally.
I love Bibi Minaj. I follow her. She's so gorgeous. And she's so stylish, so different.
Yeah.
And so you did that wedding that broke the internet, the African wedding in the DMV of 2021. What did that mean to you to cover such a high-level celebrity wedding?
To be candid, right?
I like that breath.
To
I
be
didn't even
candid,
think that this was.
my widest imagination, my widest dream. I talk about pages also. I'm not saying, I was just kind of like can't observe the married coming back. I don't. When you place me to that tax,
They lifted you up. God placed you, like He said in His word, that I placed you in the presence of kings and queens.
and
That was a celebrity wedding. MrC Images was at the center
of it,
of it.
and
How did that make you feel? Because we've gotten only your breath for now. You know what really tell me how the wedding make you feel. Wait till it changed about you in your mind, about what you've been doing as a photographer, about the power of the passion you have for photography that immortalizes time.
the review from the couple made me happy. And some other person else that made me so happy was MC Charles. When
Hello, MC Charles.
when he took,
MC Charles Obo.
oh yes, when he took the images and posted it on Instagram and tagged me. You know, those MC Charles is now a big
Tagging
man.
somebody is
Yes,
so important.
yes.
Ha.
I'm like, if MC Charles can post this picture on his
You
official
say Itochi
Instagram page
for that place.
that place, I'm like, okay.
I reshared those pictures. I was like, MrC, I congratulated you. I was like, Petit Frere, you have hammered.
So I was like, okay, then this is the niche. I need to work hard on it
On
to
weddings
be more
and
weddings
kids.
and to be more better. 2021, about one of the biggest photography seminar in
The man, you
America.
don't even send me small checks, for. The man, are you guys really? This guy, he refused to tell us the amount, but he said the money be plenty. Hey, the money still there.
That is why when everybody was making the noise on social media that was not cost up to 20 million.
You guys
I'm the photographer of the event.
You guys don't know how much they paid me.
The money they paid me.
You confirm.
And then I thought about other vendors. Then one thing I rooted for them 100% was that they don't say I beg let me.
No, they paid for
in
your crafts.
full.
Yes.
She's even my friend. I thought she was see my friend. Okay, take advance. Then they say he pay out all cash. And there's somebody that I want to appreciate on right here. He's watching right now. He's watching right now. Mr. Mokum Hillary. That was somebody that when you saw me doing photography, that I covered this event, the first one in America. That is May 20, January, March. Yeah,
Wow.
I came in March, April, May. I covered his
Oh, but it come for March, May, don't they start work though?
Yes.
When some people they see the check,
I
say,
covered this event, and you know,
how did that day?
out of all the photographers in America,
He called you.
I called me. I looked for a camera. I called the event, and he didn't pay me.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me $1,000.
Jesus.
No, see that's it. I will appreciate people who support me. Give me $1,000.
There are certain things that you can never pay back.
Yes, cannot pay back.
When somebody helps you in your time of need,
He said,
you
Siri,
can never
Siri,
ever pay back. No matter how rich you become.
Siri, take the $1,000. So Adam buy camera that's in the he just came to America.
Bless you, sir. What's his name again?
Mr. Mokum Hillary.
Mr. Mokum Hillary.
I mean, he is a
We
great.
celebrate people like you in this community. And as we work towards the second edition, season 2 of the Celebrate Africa TV show, these are the kind of people that I want to talk to. People that are giving back to their community, impacting lives. So that was your breakthrough moment. That transformed your life. That it gave you a different personality about yourself. It elevated you. It gave you the power to become the authority in your industry. And today, MrC has how many awards do you have again?
I have
multiple awards.
When it comes to being my period in America, my 2 years in America, I have about 3 awards.
Already?
Yeah.
The guy never make 3 years since America. The guy already has 3 awards.
And back home.
For photography.
And back home, I have a lot then. January 2022, we'll be here in America. National Harbor for the National Photographer Conference.
Wow.
At National Harbor, it'll be there. It'll be there for about 3-4 days. I mean,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's an elevation. So, MrC, I really want you to give us some practical tips, because when we have a professional on the show, we never want to go without you giving us some practical tips on how to have the best photo. How do you capture that perfect moment? Let's take an example of one of the weddings that you've done. Say, for example, Bibi Minaj's wedding. What was it that you had to do to capture the perfect pictures? Because some of those pictures that you took, my God,
All right.
they stood out.
I will say two things.
Yeah.
Right? I'll say two things. I believe we're running out of time. So I'll say two things.
Lord, use the thunder, give them back to sender. Any center they make capture, I call my Holy Ghost fire to scatter. Any place.
Come on, seriously.
MrC Image, the best in DMV. I need chick. I approve this.
All right. Need to say approve and also.
Yeah.
All right. How am I need to seriously?
Approved.
Okay, man, that's approve on Monday. All right, guys. See you later on. Bye. Hi, guys. Greetings. This is Sunday, the 1st of November. Oh, and at 6:30 now. It's on that 4-way. That's it.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Today is a very special edition of Spotlight with Gwendy. And I really want to thank all of you who have stayed with us up to this time to be live on the show today, to really take part in this wonderful edition, which is specially done at MrC Images Studios right here in Maryland, USA. And MrC, you're about to give us some practical tips on how to take that perfect photo. You were able to do that at one of your biggest gigs ever. Thousands of dollars. I would imagine maybe like 5 to 10K, because I know the power of paying for a job. I know what that is. I'm just thinking about, something reasonable. Probably because you said the money be plenty. So I'm thinking about a wedding that you covered like that. That would be quite a bit of money. If you just say money be plenty now, $1,000, $2,000 now. Have you not seen that before? Money be plenty means say something happened. But what was it that you did to capture that perfect image? What can you tell somebody out there who is struggling, who is a photographer, who doesn't have those skills yet, like who doesn't really know what do you have to put together to capture that perfect image so that it can stand the test of time?
All right. The first thing I would say is lighting, right? Working on lighting.
Okay.
Always learn to use white light.
Okay.
When it comes to events, then I'll just that I want to show something practical here. Call it please the camera. Do something.
What camera?
Yeah, the camera.
The other one.
The one.
Wow.
All right. Now this is a camera.
The camera is a military camera.
Most of the time.
Is it just a case that you added to it?
Yes, because I add on to it. All right, now another thing.
That camera looks like something, man. How much is this camera?
It's about 2,200 for the camera
Just for
itself.
the camera.
The
And then the lens alone. Only the bump I was saying onto that lens.
This lens is expensive. I bought it in Texas when I went for a wedding to shoot there.
When I cover that wedding, they pay you. Just buy lens with them.
I want
So they pay you how much for that one for Texas. Now pass the event then. You can say it. Just say so people can see the value of what it is. It's
all right. The money paid for window. The money was big. Trust me, it was big, right?
big like. Give us an estimate.
An estimate like $100. What's that?
No, don't be that modest. Listen, we're talking about professional. When they pay you as a professional, right?
Yes.
There are people that get paid gigs. That when they go on the stage, they pay them $5,000 per gig, depending on the kind of
that you do. Okay, now let me give an example. My wedding price is ranges from $2,500 upward.
Exactly. That's why I told you guys. I was like, so that's between that range. That's quite a bit of money.
When I'm doing a wedding for you, our station is different. Our station, you take care of our lodging, everything, flight, everything. Yeah. So now another thing I'll talk about is
So you're giving us these are practical tips on how to capture
great images.
perfect photo.
So now learn
Thank you guys for being live. We appreciate you so
learn
much.
to work on your there's something you have camera, which is the white balance.
Okay.
All right, just that right now you cannot show from this angle.
cannot see
You cannot
that?
see yet, but your white balance, this is it here. It's supposed to be.
You want to just flip that around so that it
Yeah.
will be too far to see,
Too far,
but
yeah.
at least we can see
But
that.
your white balance needs to be. I mean, you need to work your white balance quite well. Another thing is your IS0 ISO.
ISO.
ISO. No, we call it ISO. So you need to work on it quite well so that. So when we take images, some side in black, another side in green. It's not appealing.
It's not, yeah.
It doesn't go quite well. Another thing about photography is what? Learn to know how to use your on-camera flash.
Okay.
On-camera flash, for example.
Those who have on-camera
on-camera
flash.
flash, yeah. No, use it's very good.
Okay.
It gives an except you are using a mirrorless camera that you don't need to use on-camera flash so well. You can use natural lighting setting. No, but if you're using a DSLR, like this DSLR, and the other one is a mirrorless, learn to use an on-camera flash. I use an on-camera flash, bounce it on the ceiling. If it's a small building, right, a short building, yeah, when you shoot, don't put most people use the flash and put it in front of the person, like me in front of your eyes.
Like, your eyes red.
Yeah, no.
Bounce it on the ceiling.
Yeah, I believe I'll have
and it bounces back to you.
Yeah, good. All right, just give me all of it.
Oh wow, this is
all right.
Such wow.
All right, good.
So you guys are having some practical lessons here.
This is it.
Share the video and send us some very tangible questions for a chance to win a cool prize before the end of the show.
Flash.
Probably this week.
This is the flash, right? All right, this is the flash. This is a bit is short. Let it go up. Now, if you go up like this, it will spray it around and you have a very good feel of it.
Oh, it's going to feel you like
this softbox, this magnet on it. When you go up like this, trust me, it goes around. I have the good feeling of it. All right, now, there's an instant that maybe I have to shoot. Like, okay, this is it. Let me do an example.
Wow. We should probably get some photos of this, what's happening right now, so that we can show you guys.
All right, now, for example,
we'll use this camera, of course, to take that photo.
I'll shoot it like this. Okay, now, I shoot like this. See how it goes.
Oh, wow. It's kind of like all diffused into the room.
So now, if you want to shoot, don't do like this.
In people's faces.
Don't do like this.
They'll be like this.
Don't do like this. Don't do
always
like this.
Put it up.
Yes, always put it up. Then now, at times when it's okay, for example, this one is not too clear. You see it right there. So now you take it now. I'm sorry. You take it. You reduce the f-stop.
Wow, that was so fast.
Comes a little bit clear.
Oh, that's different.
And good.
Oh wow.
So now, learn to bounce the flash up when it's short area. Then now, there's another scenario that people cannot like. Tell me like this, you are like this. No, turn the flash like this. You should bounce a little bit this way.
Okay. So it should never be just far out.
Far away, no, like a little bit this way. So we bounce part of flash.
Yeah.
The person. There's a whole lot of this flash technique because you need the flashlight to give you.
But Cyril, you did not do any professional photography training. How did you know all these things? How did you get to this point?
Passion, self-taught, and the hunger for knowledge. I believe.
What do you mean by self-taught? Do you mean like you went online, did some courses by yourself?
No, I watched some videos on YouTube, follow some other mentors, and why I did this, let me say this to you. There's a period that I was shooting an event in Maryland, and the screen the images were this side down was black, side was white. I called a friend and I asked what was wrong.
So you actually
asked a friend what was wrong. You know that Siri, you don't know it, but he knew.
Wow.
I saw for that event and I came out with no image that was good. And like I was shooting, but one side of it is black, the other side of it is white.
And that this person was a photographer and the person did not
do anything to me.
Did not tell you anything. What could have been wrong.
Yeah. Oh, all right, God. I came back that day. Now,
why would people do that?
I told myself that Cyril, you're talented. I'm not dull. Yeah, you're talented. I have to learn.
You have to learn.
And now,
if you have a skill out there, you're still struggling, you have little problems, learn for knowledge, learn and perfect that craft. That could be your breakthrough. You could be like the success story that we're celebrating today. He's not quite there yet.
I'm not
But
there.
he's on his way
I'm aware there. I'm
to
aware
where
there.
he wants to be.
I mean, I believe Collins can have those are two lenses, those two lenses behind there.
The guy has all kinds of apparatuses. Did
Okay.
they say apparatuses or apparat?
Okay.
What's the right word?
Apparatus.
Apparati.
Okay.
This English we struggle.
This is the two lenses that I began photography with in America.
Wow.
They're not full frame lenses. They're not full frame. I
Wow.
could call it Choroko lenses.
This is a story, guys.
Hmm?
You
Yeah.
can start
They're
from
not-
anywhere
they are not-
what
I mean,
you have.
This lens is about 100, not 200. This one is about 100 something.
Oh,
but
God.
today we are using lenses that are about 2,300
Oh,
other things.
God.
There are lenses that the one on there 2470 is expensive. The one 50 millimeter, they're all expensive lenses.
Wow.
So it's all about you working hard. I mean, I began photography with just this camera
And that tiny lens.
and this tiny lens. These were two that I began photography with in America.
But look at where you are today.
I mean, all the equipment, all the cameras, all that thing. I mean, when I look at myself, I'm like, Cyril, I'm happy I'm there.
You get
I'm not. No matter how it is going, I'm seeing the progress. You're the only person that will see the progress. Others will like, Cyril, you see the
I've
progress, you
seen
can measure
from
it.
you from years. You've always been this fighter, this passionate young man. You started an online TV. What? Years ago. I don't even know how he was managing
and you know
to
something?
do online
Do
TV
you know something?
and all whatnot.
We almost bought a transmitter. To
Wow.
go on Twitter Live, just because of the crisis back home. With that post
Wow.
supply chain, everything. We always spoke with guys in China to buy things to guys. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, I believe today we cannot digest everything today. There's a
Yeah.
whole lot of things.
We can't talk about everything.
Talk about everything today.
But it's the reason why we do this show is so that we can bring you true life stories to show you that every single dream of yours
It's possible.
is valid and that you can achieve it if you just take the bold step to do it. You just have to take the bold step and just do it. Start somewhere. Look at the lenses that Mr.
Yeah,
C
we have
started
things. There
with.
are good things here.
Lenses of $50, $100, and I'm sure he was the ridicule amongst his colleagues
Yeah.
when he went out to shoot.
Okay.
events.
Sorry, I'm not calling names, right? I a day one man come and say, Siri, I don't call your colleague. I don't call him. So I don't call the colleague. Say me give you. It was Madam Kavo. Say I don't call the colleague. Say me a snap picture. That colleague so hard that Siri way again that digital camera.
Okay.
Say camera. Say Siri this small camera. The camera will picking them. It's not corner.
Again, that toy camera.
I was like, whoa, bro, like seriously. And I thank God for the God that I know, and all those things doesn't matter anything to me, because today God has lifted me, and I won't end by saying I will not end this show by saying something. To most of my youth out there, if you're watching at this moment or the broadcast, it's possible, and put God first.
Yes.
You know, it's not a scam, it's not a joke.
Hard work pays so.
Hard work pays, and God is real.
God is real. And I always love to say this, and I just want to add that to what you're saying. Success meets preparedness.
Yeah.
Okay? Success meets preparedness. You've got to have a product in the market. You've got to have something doing for that opportunity to come. If Mr. C, who is now a CEO of MrC Images, he has his own studio. If he did not follow his passion of photography, nobody would know that he does photography.
Yeah.
He can be the best kept secret. If you're the best kept secret in your house, you're going to take that to the grave. And there's something that I learned from watching Miles Monroe, one of his videos. He said, do you know the richest place in the world? And I'm going to ask you that question, and I'm asking you guys, do you know the richest place in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
Graveyard.
The graveyard. Because in the graveyard, there are stories that were never told.
Yeah.
There are books that were never written. There are TV shows that were never brought to life. There are so many talents that are dead there. Songs that we never heard. They are in the graveyard. And tell yourself that no, you will never, ever be another success story in the graveyard. Because today, you can make that change in your life. You can decide that that passion that you have, that skill that you have, that ability that you have, you will work at it You're going to add a marketable skill to it. You will push through, you will learn whatever it is that you need to learn. Get a mentor, watch YouTube videos, just get to learn, empower yourself, and build that skill up, because tomorrow that skill could be your breakthrough. Don't sit there. Please do something, and believe me, the next thing is a life of better, a life of more. So don't hold yourself back. Mr. C, I don't like us to talk about a lot of negative things, but what has been your driving force?
My driving force is that part is more better than me. And I'll say one thing. My driving force is also my son. I want him to be that young man who will say, my dad did this, my dad was great, my dad, I mean, he should live from the example of me. No, our parents were not opportunity to go to capacity building seminars, attend things, do
They
things.
did not have
YouTube,
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, free trainings that we have today.
Nowadays we have all those things, and if you cannot leave a legacy for your children, for your son, I mean, it's everything that I've ever wanted in this life, and I'll have 2 or 3 in the future, but I want them to have that legacy. So I'm working hard to create that footpath for them, and also working hard not to just die an ordinary Cyril, but to die that Cyril who live an ordinary life or have an impact.
And so you've always been pushed to want to be better than you were yesterday.
Every day.
That is powerful. And that's a word I'm putting out to you. Put in the comment section right now, I'm going to be better than the person I was yesterday. Your words have power, and your words are a seed. The things you say, the world hears it. The earth hears it. The forces of nature hear it. And most importantly, God hears it. And it's always like from your mouth to God's ears.
I have some questions. I mean,
yes, we have some questions that have come up here. And I think that we had this one from Monday Marie Flavie, who says, how do you educate yourself to take better photos?
How do you educate yourself to take better photos? Okay, there are 3 steps in photography. First thing is not how to power on the camera, then how to hold a camera. This is it. Like this, it will not fall. But give somebody to hold the camera, you cannot hold it.
The grip.
The grip, how to put the camera. The grip, first thing, like this, just grip it, pop your fingers, 3, there. This one stays on top because it's on the trigger.
Yeah.
Like this.
Power position, like
on the trigger.
This lens is so important. Like, don't ever give.
No. I'm not.
It has to be in your gallery.
I'm not. Yeah.
Like
then
your home gallery.
thirdly, how to use your ISO, your white balance, and shutter speed.
Okay.
That's the major. I mean, you can inbox me if you need some hands-on. I can train you.
Maybe you can actually come online here.
Yes.
We can organize a training session.
Yes.
A couple of days. You do one-on-one, because this is what we do on Gwendy Media TV. And that's why I say, if you're watching Gwendy Media TV, your life can never be the same. Why? Because we bring you different kinds of people who would not only share their stories, but inspire you to be more. This is the story of a young man who started from a dream. If you see the pictures of his first days in photography, you might laugh, but it's because that passion was so bigger than fear. That is why he did not let go. Some of those pictures are the reason why he is sitting here today, why he's been able to have those awards, why he's able to have a life of his own, a studio, why he's able to be an inspiration to his son. So I want you to look into the camera, Mr. C, and talk to your son and to some other people who are watching today. Tell them something that would empower them today. Tell them something that would lead them through. We're almost at the end of the year, and we are so in need of this kind of information. Something that pushed you to never give up, so that they too can never give up.
It's very short. It's not a 1 paragraph word, or it's just 2 sentences. A sentence, it is, your background should never stop you from breaking grounds. And everything you do, put God first. I will live with these words. Your background should never stop you from breaking grounds. And in everything you do, put God first.
Wow.
That is all.
That is so powerful, Mr. C. I'm going to take one other question here from Gila Isabel Cheche. She says, what do you like most about being a photographer?
Woo! I like most
Seeing
pictures.
beautiful women, especially bridesmaids. They're changing into all those nice, sleazy outfits.
Not like that. I mean, I love when I have opportunity to capture an image. I'm like, whoa, Mr. C, I love this image. Like, I did a couple of shows this week. You know, just I don't post on I post mostly on Instagram.
But you
like,
should post on your status. Let's see what you do.
The quality drops.
I know, but still, at least we get to see it.
They're like, Mr. C, I love it. Mr. C, the best time, trust me, right, is when you have a client that I've done a photo shoot with you, and you've got, and the next minute is like, after 2 or 3 weeks, or 2 weeks, it's going to Siri, I beg, I don't get no for that person. When you call you, yeah, that's you. And I'm like, when you shoot somebody and it goes back out there and becomes your marketing agent, referral.
It's big.
They have done something great.
Mamma mia. Referrals is so big.
Most of us will look low on that, but referrals is great.
It's powerful.
It's awesome.
That's why you have to keep doing what you do. Keep pushing, keep believing.
Do you research before shooting?
So do you research before shooting?
Yeah, I research.
Okay.
What
kind of things do you look at, like, whenever you're going out? Now, I know, after you answer that question, I have a question for you myself.
Right. I research, I look, I check the event, the hall, the environment. I know how to light the environment. I know what to go out with. But I always go, I have my 2 bags, one big bag that I carry my equipment. So see that bag of you. It's like shooting case.
It's like the woman shooting case.
Yes.
Oh man, you go for your boyfriend house.
You put inside.
So even though the Joe look up, go visit.
So even happen.
Yeah, then I say, he go sleep now.
Yeah, so that's
but he joke when I say, don't go, I don't come over visit. I said I was spend weekend, chop all egg for us. And Mr. C, what's going on? Yeah. So you were saying something that they just stop for air.
No, I said that is it. Also, I always research the area, the environment before I go out there. I put everything in place before I dive out there for the event. I research the hall, the people, what they want. It was good to have a view of the client. The concept from the client, like, what do you want to get from your pictures? What do you want to get? For example, you just go and should know, like, how do you want to say? How? Let me feel how do you want to so start from there. I will know what to give you, because anything you want as images, I will give it to you.
It has to come from. It's good to have that initial conversation.
Yes.
You need to have that production.
I want it that pre-production meeting. Yeah, so let me know what you need so that I can give it to you the same way you want it. For example, give me a type of image that just go on the internet, look at pictures that you want it to look like. Send it to me. You say to me, okay, we can achieve this. We're not achieve this because of this.
What's the story that you want from your event?
Image,
Okay, well, that's amazing. So, I was going to ask you, what has been your most memorable moment shooting or just being a photographer?
Memorable moments.
Or it could be a good one, a sad one, or just
let me see. I have a whole lot of memorable moments, right?
That one particular one that struck you.
But I'll talk about the sad moment.
Okay.
Most of I think we just say, good. Okay, let me go back on the sad moment one.
And what did you learn from that?
Yes.
Because if you're talking about sad moments,
I learned something from it.
Okay.
I did a photo shoot for a client, and I put in my best for her because I know who she was. But after that, she told me, Siri, I don't like my picture then. Because I look old for do one, I look young for do one, my head and white for yeah. I'm like seriously? And I show it to at least 5 people, critical minds that look at it, also talk about Cyril, right? Look at it and tell me, is this image good or not? They say Cyril, the images are good. They don't know why she's disturbing. And from there, I learned what? Learn to ask your client again, what do you really want to achieve from this? Just learn to ask. I learned to act. Don't assume.
Did you have a pre-production meeting?
It was one-on-one photo shoot, right? Okay. She said, she needed an office time, like a corporate shoot, right? So I did that.
Would that be her makeup? Because I know that some makeups can make you look older.
If I see certain things here, it's on media, maybe she will get it. And
she'll obviously watch it because she won't watch you to see if you mess her name up.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a corporate shoot. It was a wedding shoot. It was a wedding shoot. Yeah, it wasn't a corporate. It was a wedding shoot. It was mixed upon with pre-wedding shoot and wedding shoot. Yes, sorry, I'm sorry about it. It was nothing. Good.
So, what did you learn from that experience about having more discussions with your clients, and how did you fix Are you still in talking terms with this person, or did you guys?
Sorry.
Was that messed up?
I tried to work on it today. Nothing.
So they get vexed when you say you make I look over picture.
Yes.
I thought that there's something in French that they say photo appareil photo ne fait pas magie.
Yeah.
I don't know. In simple translation, what does that mean?
The camera doesn't.
The camera takes what it sees.
Yes. Okay.
The camera don't lie. That camera immortalizes exactly what he saw at that moment in time.
I'm a friend of mine, right? A photographer. He says, I beg, take a middle leg. So he said, I beg my brother. My camera think I tell you see him. You don't see him. I'm like, bro, calm down to the
like, but why my belly ham so?
Yeah.
Why my belly too big for the corner? So because your belly big for that corner, my sister, no be magic. I mean, unless you go and you do Photoshop and you crop the tummy. So do you do Photoshop for people? Like, just tell us the truth here, Mr. C, because we know that you guys, sometimes you go and you fix images that when you see the person live, you're like, hey, is it the same person that I saw in that picture or not?
Let me show.
You do Photoshop? You reduce people's tummies and thighs and
I do. Let me show this to you.
And they add the bottom.
I don't add the bottom.
Oh, so you are one of those people that makes people see people's photos. They see one girl and they're like, damn, I love this girl. And then when they go see the girl,
like camera will not see it like this one.
Camera will not see it, just me. Oh my God.
Like,
wow.
Like if you see.
Oh my God, these pictures are mind blowing.
If you see the person like,
face to face, you'll fear.
No, it's okay. She's beautiful.
But.
All right.
Mr. C.
So those are the behind when I'm a photographer, like, wow, my brother.
You say when you see her, so you say, huh? We'll do I don't do my best. Let me clean it up. It's just like we've seen photos of Kim Kardashian, like natural. Somebody leaked some photos of her when she was at a beach one time. The actual real photos. But the one that she posted on her IG and social media was total day and night from what we saw. Somebody leaked the actual photos, which shows that maybe that person was there or the person stole it from somewhere. And people took those two images and they're like, wait a minute. Is this not the same exact same picture that this person took in the same exact position? Or what happened? There was a difference, like a blunt difference. So you guys, do you think that you're doing more harm than good sometimes?
We're not doing harm.
Because I know people that have seen a picture, gone to date a woman, and then later on they're like, but you had butts in the picture that I saw.
But now, no butts.
You had balcony, but now nothing is happening. What's happening?
That's the life.
Now, when I do these things, go and Photoshop everything. MrC Images. So anyways, we had such a beautiful, beautiful show today. I'd like you to do something a little crazy for the public that's watching you, that love you. Something different, surprising. You could sing, you could dance, whatever you choose to do. Just do something surprising for us or fun for us so that we can really enjoy being with MrC Images. Surprise us.
Okay. It takes a man's heart to apologize. I thought I was right, but now I realize that love is not a thing you must jeopardize. I lied to you before and I got to pay the price, yeah. I wish I never lied in my whole life. I wish I wanted you to be my wife. So darling, forgive me round 4K. She thinks she left me and now I regret. Cause I need you in my life, every moment of my time. So how I wish that you can be here with me. Bam, bam, it's the end. Who's the she? It's my son. I wish he was here with me.
Bam, bam, it's the end. Oh my gosh, guys, pop hearts for Cyril. He just did a special number for us there. That was our surprise from our guest today. Hope you loved it and hope you learned so much about photography and the power of passion and how a photograph has the power to immortalize any moment in time. So if you're one of those people who is out there always saying, I don't want to be in a picture, I don't look cute enough, I this, that, oh, I don't like photo and oh, whatnot. Listen, especially your parents and loved ones, your grandmothers, your grandparents. I've seen people crying after their grandmother died, and they're like, "Oh, I have no picture of my grandma."
This is something. Check the question on YouTube. I don't know.
Question on YouTube. What is the question on YouTube?
Send the question here.
Question on YouTube. Let's see. Just go to the YouTube page, Gwendy Media TV on YouTube, and let's see. All right, we'll take a commercial break. When we come back, it's going to be time to say bye-bye. Let's take a musical break. right now. Don't you go anywhere. Happy birthday.
La vie a des hauts et des hauts et des bas. La vie a des hauts et des bas. Et nous qui sommes forts n'abandonne pas. La vie a des hauts et des bas. La vie a des hauts et des hauts et des bas. La vie a des...
Hey Gizo, voici le cadeau d'Amel Johnson. C'est ton jour, un an de plus. La famille est là, les amis sont là aussi. Levez-vous et dansez, allons sauter les bouteilles de whisky. Allô, allô, l'ambiance est chaude. C'est ton jour, il faut célébrer. La vie est courte.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday to all those who are celebrating their birthdays. You all know that we love to celebrate you. If you have any people celebrating their birthdays today, let us know so we can give them a shout out. It's not that long, so we're about to wrap things up here. Let me know if you guys loved this edition. I loved it myself because we were live with our guests in a fantastic studio with beautiful lights. I cannot believe how beautiful these images look. Mr. C, thank you so much for letting us use your studio as our makeshift studio today. I feel like I'm gonna have to come back and just use this stage. Do you guys like the studio? It looks so beautiful.
I'm gonna have, maybe next month with something different.
Maybe we should partner with MrC Images and do our productions from here. I
I'm
love
up partnership 247. I mean,
I love it. But you're always on.
Move can make out things, no.
Can make it out, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm gonna have to travel down every single week, and that's not easy. It's for me to do.
Yeah.
It's
I can
tough.
come to Pennsylvania. I can do a movie or something to Pennsylvania once in a while. Just like if I had something there, like the pull factor. No, pull them.
Now no be pull factor, be pull factor.
No. Yeah, pull factor, but something pulling, like pulling. You understand?
Like a woman.
No.
Oh,
Don't up with the
MrC.
cat on the back now. Like a pull factor.
I understand you.
All right.
So one of the best actresses in Cameroon is her birthday today. Cindy Imade, happy birthday to you. We hope that you would blossom and have many more returns. And she just did a movie, Kuva.
With Ike.
With what's that guy's name? Ike Ibona, right?
I was with Ike Bona at a Spectrum.
Ooh, and a host of other amazing actors. She was also in Gwendy Mac's movie, If Only, and we're rooting for that movie to go on Netflix. So we're still in that mood. Hashtag If Only on Netflix. Continue to do that under that particular video on YouTube. Remember, your comments on YouTube is going to give you the possibility to win more prizes before the end of this week coming. So MrC, last words before we go. Say something to your people before we wrap things up here.
All right, for those who came online, thank you very much. Honestly, you are the real MVP.
Gila Isabel says that you have a nice voice. Hey, that kind of comment there. If you make man
Isabel,
scratchy head,
thank you very much.
nice voice.
I'm doing my best with the voice.
The guy will then start ringing.
I need to blush.
He's
now.
like, they don't say nice voice, then the guy change the voice automatically. Like,
the voice nice again.
I like the voice.
All right.
MrC.
So, all right. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
And for those who haven't known more about MrC Images, I'm a photographer, videographer, a graphic designer, and I'm like in a major film. Like I'm there.
The guy's a media boss.
Yeah. Then follow me on Instagram at MrC Images. MrC Images. MrC Images.
Mr. MR. And then capital C.
Then
and then
images.
Yeah. Just like images, right?
Yeah.
IMAGES.
When it comes to images,
on all platforms.
On all platforms. When it comes to images, just trust me. Just forget about everything. Just see.
Especially if you're in the DMV, and I mean, you can bring him to anywhere.
I go anywhere,
everywhere,
even out of the country. By next month, I'm out of the country.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, that power word for the week. That thing that you want to tell them, that you want to keep them with. For this week, the end of the year, whatever.
Life is spiritual.
I don't understand.
We live in the flesh. walk in the flesh. Believe me, before you start walking in the flesh, there's something going on in the spiritual realm. So walk hard in your spiritual walk. It may sound like fiction, but believe me, life is spiritual.
Hi, I wish that there was something simpler than that. Seriously, for an ending note, that's too complicated for me. Seriously, imagine my grandmother now watching, say life is spiritual. What does that mean? What exactly are you talking about? Say life is spiritual. The man, come down to earth now. Now we understand. Say life is spiritual. Break it down.
All right, let me spell the same one.
No. Do something else. That one is too
very hard.
High profile.
High profile. Okay.
That one is
all right.
too much.
Let me end by saying that what? It's a Christmas season. It's not celebration. Learn to love, forgive, celebrate. I'm saying this to you. You watching. I'll use that picture. Don't be English again. If you have an issue with your brother or sister, look at Peter and Paul.
They just reconciled, and their birthday was the other day. Happy birthday, P Square.
After 5 years,
wow,
they're back. And
blood is thicker than
power
water.
In reconciliation.
There's power in forgiveness.
Power in forgiveness. Power in put each other. I say
love
life is spiritual.
Now you're explaining it better.
So I don't go right.
You're connecting it now in a way that we can.
So I say life is spiritual.
Yes.
So learn to be in one accord with everybody, no matter what. Being in one accord doesn't mean that you be my friend, no, but let bygones be bygones and move on in life.
Mm-hmm.
Time no day.
Oh.
Time no day. And there's something.
Man, no.
If you
Nobody
want
knows
to
tomorrow.
do something, do it. It's better to fail.
Don't let your friend hold you down or your brother or your sister.
I failed two businesses.
Because you were waiting for somebody's confirmation.
Or
procrastinating, because that's the biggest killer of time.
Right?
Just do it.
No time is ready for it. Do it now.
Just do it.
Once again, I love you so much. Follow on the various pages and
follow him at
MrC Images.
Okay, and when you do follow him, leave him a comment. Tell him what you loved about his episode on Gwendy Media TV. And please, guys, as you're watching, if you're watching on Facebook, go over to the top section.